Hello everyone. Today I'll be covering Japan's compliance requirements for exporting electronic items. This framework is essential for ensuring regulatory compliance, product safety, and accountability when shipping electronic products to Japan. Whether you are a supplier, exporter, or manufacturer, understanding these requirements is key for smooth custom clearance, market access, and long-term success in Japanese market. Let's get started. Here's a quick look at today's agenda. First, we'll explore why compliance matters when exporting to Japan. Next, we'll identify key authorities and regulations governing exports. We'll then review the required documents for exporting electronic items. We'll dive deeper into each compliance item and finish with how to ensure compliance before shipping. Compliance is essential when exporting to Japan. First, it ensures consumer safety, protecting users from electrical hazards and interference. Second, it's key to market access. Non-compliant products may be denied entry or recalled. Third, it protects your brand reputation in a highly quality sensitive market. Finally, products like power magnetics and LAN modules may fall under specific law such as PSE law or Radio Act, depending on their use. Staying compliant avoids delays, penalties, and lost opportunities. When exporting to Japan, it's important to know the key regulatory bodies. First, Japan Customs, under the Custom Law No. 61 of 1962, oversees import procedures and applies tariffs. Next, METI, the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, handles trade licenses and ensures your products meet compliance standards. Finally, JIS, the Japanese Industrial Standards, sets the benchmarks for product quality and safety. Understanding these authorities help ensure a smooth and legal export process. When exporting electronic items to Japan, having complete and accurate documentation is crucial. Key documents include the import declaration, commercial invoice, packing list, and the bill of lading or airway bill. You'll also need a certificate of origin, and in some cases, an import license. Specific documents include the packaging declaration, labeling certificate, marking declaration, and a product standards compliance certificate. For regulated products, the PSE certificate is mandatory under the Electrical Appliance and Material Safety Law. If your item uses wireless technology, an RF compliance certificate may also be needed. Don't forget the prohibited items declaration, duties and taxes receipt, and ideally, a Japanese product manual for technical reference. Having all this ensures smooth custom clearance and full compliance. Let's go through some of the documents in more detail. First, we have the import declaration. It is an official submission to Japan Customs that provides details like the item descriptions, quantities, HS codes, and the value of the goods. It kicks off the custom clearance process. For example, when exporting a flyback converter, it is important to specify its electrical properties like voltage and power output to avoid delays. The commercial invoice is a vital document for customs. The commercial invoice lists each item, including model numbers, harmonized codes, and declared values. These documents is critical for tariff classification and proper valuation under Japanese rules. For example, a low-loss material should clearly break down each configuration with the corresponding price for accurate classification. Next, the packing list outlines how the goods are packed and include details such as box numbers, dimensions, and weights. It helps with the proper identification and unloading of goods at the Japanese ports. For example, when exporting interface modules, the list should specify the number of units in each box and their protective packaging materials. The bill of lading, or the airway bill, is a shipping document issued by the carrier. It shows proof of transport and delivery terms. The bill must accurately reflect HS codes and any special handling instructions for sensitive products. For example, a transformer's bill of lading must state its voltage and frequency specifications clearly. The certificate of origin is essential to confirm where the goods were produced. This certificate is necessary for tariff classification and can provide preferential treatment under the trade agreements, like the Japan EU EPA or the Japan US Trade Agreement. Next, an import license is required for certain electronic items that are regulated, such as RF transmitting devices or high voltage transformers. This license is issued by the METI under the Foreign Exchange and Foreign Trade Act. Without it, goods could be seized by the Japanese authorities. For example, advanced transformers or modules may require an import license due to their communication technology. The packaging declaration details the packaging materials used and ensures they meet Japan's safety and environmental regulations. Electronics must be packed surely and to prevent damage and avoid prohibited materials like straw. For example, converters should use anti-static, recyclable materials to protect high voltage components during transport. The product labeling declaration confirms that the product labels meet Japan's legal requirements. Labels must include essential information such as voltage, frequency, and safety warnings. For example, transformers must have labels that include electrical specifications, that manufacturer's name, and safety warnings in Japanese. The marking declaration ensures that all outer packaging is marked with crucial details like the model number, port of entry, and country of origin. These help custom officials track and verify shipments, especially for small and sensitive items like delay lines. The Product Standards Compliance Certificate is crucial to demonstrate that your goods meet Japanese Industrial Standards or JIS or other approved benchmarks. This ensures your products meet Japan's safety and quality regulations. For example, an inductor must meet JIS standards for electromagnetic interference or EMI and have the appropriate certification for sale in Japan. For regulated electronic products, a PSE certificate is mandatory. It's required for AC-powered or plug-in devices under Japan's electrical appliance and material safety law. Additionally, if your product emits or receives RF signals, such as certain LAN interface modules, a radio frequency compliance certificate may be required. A prohibited and restricted items declaration ensures the shipment does not contain banned materials, like radioactive components or products with lead content above legal limits. Non-compliance can lead to penalties or seizure. For example, certain delay lines must be checked to ensure they do not contain restricted materials under Japan's chemical control laws. Duties and taxes payment receipt proves that all import duties and consumption taxes have been paid. It's essential to have accurate valuation of your products, especially for specialized components like transformers, to avoid penalties for underdeclaration. A technical documentation or product manual in Japanese is not mandatory, but it is highly recommended. It can expedite custom inspections and ensure compliance with technical labeling laws, especially for complex components like active delay lines or PFC boost inductors. Before shipping, ensure that all documentation is complete and accurate. Confirm product-specific regulations with METI or Japanese customs. Work with licensed custom broker who understands the regulations. And keep copies of all submitted documents in case of audits. At Consultair Inc. Group, we understand the complexities of exporting to Japan and offer expert services to guide you through every step, from document preparation to compliance checks. Let us help ensure the shipments are handled smoothly and meet all Japanese regulations. Thank you for your attention today. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out to us. You can contact us at See success at consultaireinc.com or hello@consultaireinc.com or call us at 1-202-982-3002. Let's build your brand and grow together.